Have you wondered how to handle dating and relationships post-election? This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy from TheIntimacyDojo.com.
And someone wrote in and said, there's so much misogyny out there. It makes me want to shut down to make sure that none of these men ever get rewarded with my attention. How can I feel turned on when any random man I meet is statistically likely to be a Trump supporter, red pill Reddit member, or gamer troll?
I'm curious about the statistically piece. Like, I want to,
We're in California.
Show us your science. I
do understand there's a lot of misogyny out there. Mm-hmm. And for most people, there's some people that are very, very entrenched in that and very angry. And I try to approach it that most people that are stuck in not seeing the value in others either haven't been educated or feel very devalued themselves. I don't think people in general, I know when I feel really good about myself, I want everybody to feel good and I want everyone to feel valued. When I'm feeling really bad about myself, I've had a rotten day, I feel really depleted, I'll like, oh, those bad people out there. So I try to approach even Trump supporters as maybe they had a different agenda. It may not be about misogyny, actually. It might be about something else.
You're really struggling here.
I am.
Here's may I cut you off?
Yes.
Let's just take a little bit of male privilege and just jump right in and mansplain everything. And I'm being funny about that.
Yeah. As you mansplain about it.
Is it okay that I jump in?
No, it's absolutely okay.
I'm going to default to dating your species. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that in your personal life, in your dating life, you should be trying to change end sexism and misogyny. I think...
I'm not advocating dating people that are misogynistic.
Yeah. I don't even know that you need to try to understand everybody right now. What assessment tools do you have to figure out faster, so you don't put a lot of emotional labor, and figure out faster, but also in a way that's gentle to you, so that you can figure out who's appropriate for you to put your attention on, and coming up with a system or an approach that is yielding you good results, is helping you find people who truly see you and respect you for who you are as a human being and as a woman, or for anybody else who's listening, whoever you are, fill in the blank, and how you identify. Having that, I think, will help you feel better about the world, while you also feel sad about realizing that there are a lot of people who do not share your perspective or your approach. That's what I wanted to jump in about, because it felt like you were trying to be like, oh, well, hold space for the Trump people. And
I'm not saying you have to give them their attention, but I found that if I approach people, I want to be open to people that I'm engaging with, at least until I decide that I don't want to continue spending time with them. And if I feel like, when you feel like they're all around, it can be easy to kind of be shut down. And so if I can have some compassion that those people might be struggling with their own issues, at least I'm realizing that for me, it's not that the world is 50% assholes, if statistically, or whatever it is.
Most people have assholes. It's
more
than 50. Not everybody.
Almost everybody. It's a whole different video. It lets me be more compassionate and open to the people I meet. And I have people in my family that are Trump supporters. I love them very much. And so I try to have compassion that hopefully over time they will see the light. But it's challenging sometimes, but I try to at least see that not everybody is bad or evil. Mm-hmm. Just because someone voted for Trump, that doesn't mean they actually believe women should be grabbed or all Hispanics and Muslims should be deported. They were looking for something else. So that at least lets me walk through the world and have compassion and not shut down and pull away like you said you feel like you want to shut down. I just want to encourage you not to shut down, because there's so many amazing people out there that really do support women's rights and immigration and they support equality for everyone. So if we shut down, we pull away from one group, then it's really harder to reach other groups. So if you can, be gentle with yourself, realize this is a tough time, and there may be people that you want to be like, oh, I'm done with this conversation, and give yourself the permission to say, hey, I was enjoying our conversation. I now realize that you're not a good fit for me. I'm going to go do something else. Bye. If that helps.
Yeah. And I would say, try to aim for the watering holes where your species are hanging out.
Yeah.
So what are the groups, social groups? What are the ways you can adjust your dating profile? Stay away from apps that are looks-based, that don't give you a lot of information about people. I mean, Tinder's cool, but when you're swiping, unless they're wearing their Make America Great baseball cap, you don't really know. So you may have to adjust for dating sites and services where there's profiles and ways for you to vet people ahead of time, or go into those communities, those watering holes where they're already gathering the people that are your species. And this advice is the same advice for the people that are watching that are Trump supporters. Like, where do you find your species so that you're finding people who are good matches for you? So it's the approach to me is the same, and giving yourself room and space and finding resources to handle whatever shock, surprise, confusion, heaviness that you're experiencing at any point in your life.
One of the things that Reid recommended I do when I first put up my dating profile, if this is a good fit for you, I put up, I'm a big woman. If you don't like that, please don't message me. You could, if that's a good fit for you, say, if you're a Trump supporter, do not bother responding. You could, if you wanted to do that, it's up to you. Yeah.
My only critique on that is then you might get a lot of people messaging you with, saying, what's your problem? Why don't you like Trump supporters? Which means you have to kind of deal with the emotional labor of sifting through that. So you may want to be a little bit more clever.
Yeah.
Or come up with a different vetting process. That would be my only thing right now, because
you may not want
certain people feel emboldened.
If you're already at the point of shutting down, then that might be. And one of the things I really love is there's been a lot of people talking in the sex geek community about how building a wall and saying they are bad.
Building a wall?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that, guys. I'm so sorry. Othering people doesn't allow them to grow or to see that there might be some other options. So by saying, oh, you supported Trump, I'm never going to speak to you again. I'm not saying that you have to do this, but there's been some really beautiful articles that I've read, people saying that, and I wish I had them right here, but I don't. If your bandwidth allows, listening to people and talking to them and helping understand and explaining where you're coming from in a gentle, loving way may actually help people that just weren't informed or were surrounded by people that they were hearing one message and that's all they heard. So if there's bandwidth there, again, not saying anyone has to do anything, but choosing on an individual basis whether you talk to people more and go a little bit deeper and see the value in all human beings might make a bigger difference in the long run than saying, oh, you're bad, go away.
It might be nice to do on the date, but and this will be my opinion.
I agree. Don't date somebody whom you're trying to change their political views. Just don't. You can be kind to people, and you can certainly try to engage people in conversation, try to expand their viewpoints in cocktail parties and things like that. I'm gonna say probably your best mileage is gonna be finding people who are already a good fit for you, and then seeing if they're a good fit to continue dating. Right. Well, I'm not saying you continue dating them time after time, but if you're on a date and you're waiting for the food to arrive anyway, maybe getting curious and asking them more details and explaining your viewpoint while you're there.
Stay curious and take care of yourself.
Yeah. we hope this helps. I know it's a really challenging time, and there's a lot of people with a lot of feelings. And we hope you find some amazing people.
Yeah, thanks for the questions.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?